Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining me in this Kingpinning training section. My name is Travis Patel, and in this video, in this case study, I'm going to be talking about one of the styles that we're going to use to find our first winner, so that we can have some income streams and really roll on and create a substantial business. Now, this style is what I like to refer and what I like to call casting a wide net. Now, pretty much the idea here is that we're going to test and we're going to try out a bunch of different things, a bunch of different angles, a bunch of different products, a bunch of different niches all at once, in rapid succession, and really try and just roll with the things that are working for us. If it is multiple niches, if it's, just starting to get one or two winners to take off, we're just trying to find something that's going to catch on so that we can divert our focus and really, pay attention to that first winner, build those assets, and have that long-term substantial business. So this is something I did, years ago when the t-shirts and custom merchandising really started to take off. Because the great thing with custom merchandising and designs is a lot of the designs will work across multiple niches. So it might be a phrase, it might be an image, it might be, a picture that can be easily reworked, redone, or just rephrased to fit, hundred thousands of other niches. And what happens here is that we have one product we pay for, and we can test it across hundreds or thousands of niches, like I said, and really only run with the things that are working for us. Back in the day, we would have a system of consistently launching into new niches every day, every week, as well as consistently launching new designs and new custom merchandise to our past winners. And this is how we grow those assets. And this is what we've done for the past 2 years. Still do this exact same process with our apparel stores, except it's in a little bit more controlled manner, where in the beginning, when I had nothing, no idea which niches were going to take off, I was doing this rapidly in as many niches as I possibly could to find those that would kind of help over the long run. Because sometimes you'll find a winner, or with one of these rebrandable phrases, it'll take off in multiple niches, but that doesn't mean it might be a long-term winner for you. You might have to have 3 or 4 or 5 winners of these custom merchandising designs before you really have enough assets and really have enough data to know to move forward if this is a quality you want to focus on, or if you can, continue to move on, find those winners. And this is really how I came across the cow niche and all that type of stuff in its early heyday when I first kind of picked on. Now, this doesn't have to be done across multiple niches. That's one way to go about it. You can actually do this in one single niche, where if you already know exactly what niche you're going to jump into, what business you want to start, the idea here would be we're going to rapidly test different variables of that niche. We're going to see different angles of that industry. We're going to see different designs, different product lines, different, groups of people that might be interested in what you have in the niche. So it's kind of a rapid succession, casting a wide net all across your industry, things like that. Same thing goes if you're focused on a single industry, where again, I'm talking about the cows farm animal industry. That's farmers. So it has a lot of different micro niches in there that we can rapidly cast a wide net of products and targeting and all those variables to start off with in that. Or you can just, if you have no idea, that one of those mentalities where you have no idea what niche you want to jump into, or you don't really even care, you just want something to work, you need that income stream, then it's a great method because, like I said, you can go across as many niches as you want. You can really dive in there, find a whole bunch, find groups of niches that are going to work together. A great thing with the rebrandable designs, the rebrandable custom merchandising, is that if it works for one group of passion niches, then it's probably going to work for a lot of others. So if you have a design and a phrase that works with a I love dogs niche, then it's going to probably work very well with cats, with any other animal that people love out there. Same thing goes with professions or fields of study, wife stuff, anything like that is going to be easily transferred over to multiple niches. So you can really try out a lot at once. Now, the basics behind this, what we're going to do in this case study is I'm going to actually focus on one or two niches here, and we're going to find a good 5 to 10 products. So it might be some physical products. A lot of them will be custom designs, custom merchandising that we're just going to run right through Gear Bubble to make it easy and quick with for this. And then we're going to just test it out. We're going to try ads on all the products, set up some retargeting ads, see which niche takes off. Where I'm thinking we're going to start in like the family niches, which I've not done much with that, where I'm going to try some stuff with grandmas, try some stuff with aunts, uncles, those just main broad angle niches that have a lot of lucrative potential if you can find that right targeting. And I've never done anything, especially in the grandmother niche, that we're really going to break down and just see how it goes. So hope you guys enjoy it. We'll hop in here and start off with the initial work of breaking down this first winner. All right, so first off, what we want to do is we need to get a good idea of products. We want to start off by finding, if we're going to use custom merchandising here, we're going to find a good 3 to 5 design ideas. I also want some physical products on there to see how well they do. Create a good collection for each niche I go after of 5 to 10 products, more likely 10 products at least. The more the better, especially if you think they're really good winners. So one good place that we can research here, and there's lots of others I talk about throughout Kingpinning and throughout my case studies, but Winello here is a good one to give you just kind of ideas on phrases, on products that are selling, things that are trending and hot. So I'm just coming into Winello here, create a free account, and I'm just going to type in grandma. Now, what we really want to think about when we're doing this is we want to remember all the different angles of the niche. It's really about doing that massive research here. We're going to start doing some products we're looking for. We're going to start looking into designs. We're going to look into interests that we can target, different angles that we can target with our advertising options. We want to have all that kind of done here in the beginning. It's very important to do your research to have success. And with this rapid fire system, this casting a wide net, our research is going to be, kind of templated process. We aren't like focused on a single niche heavily. We're going to dive in and do hours and hours and days upon research. But obviously, the more you do, the better, even if you're doing this rapid succession. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and find 5 to 10 products or design ideas that we can use in the grandma niche, and then we can think about that in other angles where, for example, Nana would be another way to go about it. Let's go grandma niche. It isn't just making a simple list here, but like we can use other phrases as well. So if we find a good phrase, as you can see these products here, I've seen these all the times on grandma stores. I love you to the moon and back. That's a daughter one. It'll say grandma. It'll say mom. It'll say uncle, aunt, whatever. Same thing here. The love between a grandma and a granddaughter is forever. Nice little metal trinkets. We can add those to the store. But that can be, changed to Nana, whatever, Mima, whatever other phrase that is used. So we want to go ahead and just kind of start opening all these, give us some ideas. Like I said, I've seen these sold quite a bit, these styles, but we could take the same phrase, put it on a custom merchandise product. This looks like it has something else here. Just knowing you're my grandma makes me smile, so that'd be for granddaughters or grandsons. These type of things are always a winner. I bet we can find that on AliExpress. TGIF, this grandma is fabulous. That right there, I feel like will sell really well. So we could redo that design on a mug as well, or a t-shirt, or a necklace, or whatever. Oh, here we go. Here's all the different ones. All these can definitely be found on AliExpress for probably like 50 cents to $1. We can drop ship them. Right now we're just doing some research to get some ideas. When a child is born, so is a grandma. It's a solid one. My favorite people call me Nana. My favorite call is very basic. This is what an awesome grandma looks like. Now, these are examples of a rebrandable design where you could have this exact same design and just change that word right there to grandpa, Nana, Mima. This is what an awesome baseball player looks like. This is an awesome, cricket player, whatever it may be. So just getting some ideas here of things that are hot. The phrases is more what I'm looking like. Great moms get promoted to grandma. Solid. Grandma is my name. Spoiling is my game. That's a very solid phrase that we can be done very well. That kind of wordplay there would be good in any other niche if you just kind of think of how you could reword that. What's this one say? Looks like it's heavy duty. You can start combining niches, which I'm talking about in another training section, where this is volleyball grandma. So their granddaughter plays volleyball. That's targeted in heavily on that group of people who have granddaughters who play volleyball, and the grandma's very into it. See, I'm called Nana because I'm way too cool to be called grandma, or grandmother. So that's something, kind of the play on the women and the grandparents that are like to be called Nana or Mima or whatever the special different phrases are for them. They feel like that's a cooler phrase. They want to be the cool grandma or whatnot. So that's another type of angle to take on it that works very well. I've got grandma wrapped around my little finger. If you have access to any kind of baby clothing and stuff, this would be kind of solid angle to go, or even sell the bibs themselves to new parents. That's kind of the cool thing about going after these broad niches like this that we're going after right here, is that with grandmas, I mean, that's a huge chunk of people that we can really direct in a lot of other ways that aren't just related to being a grandmother. I want to be spoiled. If someone would spank Mimi. Okay. These are kind of these bracelet type things. Always do. Any jewelry seems to do pretty well. So these little braided bracelets I feel like would probably do well. I think I'm cute. You see my grandma. That's solid. And then you'd advertise this type of phrase to a grandma, and they would buy it for their grandchild. Grandma shouldn't be crazy, but I still love her. Glamma. It's interesting. That might be a good shirt phrase right there. We'll try out. Who needs Santa when you have Nana? It's pretty good. Now, any type of sign, any coaster, those type of family house decor would be great for grandmothers. Just something they like to buy. So I don't know what that is. This looks like just a picture frame, but anything obscure like that works really well. So you don't have to just go with custom merchandising. You can start. The great thing with Gear Bubble and all these custom merchandising platforms is that we can start without having to worry about physical products and dealing with fulfillment ourselves or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and just add this section to the general store we have running, do some tests through there with a whole plethora of products. I like to start out in a wide range, see what works, casting my wide net, and whatever works, that's what I roll with. Usually, with our success on this type of new niche, we're going to have success with the custom merchandise and maybe 3 to 5 products, 2 to 3 products out of 50 that are going to really take off and be a good quality profit money maker for us. Remember, see these little signs like this are great. So this is only $10. You could probably sell this for 20, 30 bucks on your store, and even just fulfill through whoever that vendor is. Nice, not precious gift. Pug grandma, another cross, because grandma said so. It's in a gold grandma. This grandma's fabulous, best grandma ever. BGE. Bad. That'd be another good one to try. Plates. All right, so Wanello is a good place to start. And then for the design ideas, we can continue to look in all our great spots, which we like things like Pinterest. We like things like Teespring itself and all the platforms. See what's launching out there. Just Google images. So our grandchildren. So let's just do a grandma funny pics. I guess we want to do pics. We'll do crazies, or maybe heartfelt would probably be better for grandma. Be careful what you say. I guess crazy. See, this is the same type of phrase that we're seeing on those shirts. This is exactly how I go about finding them. Some people need a hug around the neck with a rope. Nope, a little too much. So nobody's telling me to do it. I want to speak to my grandma. All right, so let's try grandma Heartfelt phrases. See, like something like this would be good. Let's make it a good graphic. Grandmas hold our tiny hands for just a little while, but our hearts forever. I feel like that would do really well. Nothing too long. Just like I said, getting us an idea of some starters. Grandmas are mommies with frosting. Interesting. Alright, so that's one way to get some more t-shirt design ideas. Now let's go ahead and look for some more physical products. So we can look at places like AliExpress and eBay, anything like that. And I'm going to go grandma, and then you can just kind of go down the list of different products, where necklace is always a good one to start. Necklace, bracelet, ring, sign, coaster, anything, any type of product would be good to kind of check out. So like I said, we saw in Wanello these same products that were selling for like 10 bucks. You can buy them for $1 on AliExpress and sell them for 20, 20 bucks on your store. All the same phrases. Just going down, seeing if we have anything new. We're going to go in, I guess, best of orders. Olivia the Moon and Back Mom family. Let's see what that looks like. This is the best seller. Doesn't look like it's interesting. All right. So pretty much all the same ones that we saw. Now we have the sources that we can purchase them from, though. I'm going to go ahead and put that. I'll grab. This one was the other one. This looks like our mother one. There's a heart because of you, Grandma, because of you. Coming soon, Grandma. Okay, that's for like newborns on the way. It's actually solid. It's like a different one with a little round. Okay, there's the I love you to the moon and back. So I feel like that's the same one that's up here. So, okay. And that's about all we need for the necklaces there. We had that one bracelet we could check out. We saw on Wanello. So it's right there. Little baby feet. Make sure we can have just all the options. It's a whole bunch of grandma stuff. Son, bracelet, necklace. Let's think. Earrings. All the jewelry, we'll just go down the line. Alright, so we have these same exact type of products that have the earring style too, and that always kind of does well. There we go. That's what I meant. So not many orders. A lot of these come in lots where this will be 20 pairs and you have to fulfill yourself. It's 30 pair in a lot. So I'm going to stay away from these rhinestone earrings anyways. Alright, so let's try just a ring. A lot of key rings. The keychain maybe. maybe a pillow. Grandma and grandpa. Not many options there. You can check out eBay. There's our grandma again. It's a good phrase to check out maybe for a shirt, like we said. Joy. You can even check out watchcount.com to check out eBay. See what's being watched the most. So the grandma one here is the most, looks Nana dictionary. So just kind of more phrases, more things that we can think about selling. There's a grandpa one. So anything grandma here, we can of course get over to grandpa. Gracie gets spoiled. Okay. Oh, you can personalize your cushions. It's not bad. If you could talk to the vendor here, that'd be a good one to set up if the grandma niche takes off for you. All right, so I feel like we have enough to kind of get started. So I could even list these on the store as pillows themselves, or take the phrase and put it onto a T-shirt. So a woman who has grandchildren but is far too silent about grandma. Okay, yeah, grandma. These are looking like about 25 bucks. So we'd have to sell them for 30, 35 just to kind of feel good about it. A little expensive. If you could find a cheaper source, that'd be better. These are all coming from Australia, it looks like, so they all have the same thing. So I'll probably turn these phrases into T-shirts or necklaces or custom merchandising instead. Oh, these are custom as well. From others, sweet. That's a good one. So yeah, if we have enough ideas here, what I'm going to do is just go ahead, pop out all of our initial designs and product listings, and I'll have a little list here for you, show you all our products. If you have trouble here getting designs, what you need to do is find a designer, graphic designer, easy to find on Upwork.com or even on just Facebook. There's lots of graphic designers out there who can help turn these phrases into something graphical, something that fits. If you don't have an idea about what works for t-shirts and things, go out, look at successful t-shirt sites, look at the types of t-shirts that do well on Teespring, on Gearbubble, on Viral Style, on all these custom merchandising platforms, and just look at the Facebook ads that are running around on your account and through that, and you'll be able to see exactly how the text should look, how it should be layered, what type of designs. Don't shy off on the quality of your design if you're going to be doing the custom merchandising. Sometimes it just takes text that's basic, but you want to make sure that it's not just a crappy looking shirt. We have lots of physical products here that you can easily drop ship as well, so don't fret if this is just something you want to try for your first winter. You don't want to throw in money for designs or anything. A lot of these you can be done yourself. I'm about to pop out these designs myself just to kind of speed things up, so I don't have to wait on my designer to get them back to me, and so we can move forward with the case study. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pop that out. I have all these products finished, and then we'll start listing to the store to get started on the next steps to test it out. So thanks, guys. All right, now we have all the designs and products chosen and completed. What we wanted to do next was upload them to our store, which we did. Now, I'm using a Shopify store integrated with Gearbubble to fulfill all our products. You can go ahead and just use Gearbubble itself if you don't have a Shopify store, you don't want to take it to that level yet. All you have to do is, just like we just did here, is launch a new campaign on Gearbubble, and then you can set up something called the store feature here, which will allow you to showcase a lot of products on one page. Now, this is kind of important for how we're going to advertise, because we're going to promote products directly, each individual product, but then we're going to show the people that visit those products all of these other products that we have listed on our store. So it gives us an opportunity to show those possible buyers all types of different products, give them an opportunity to maybe purchase something that we're not showing originally, to give us an idea of what they like. So with the Shopify the Gear Bubble and Shopify integration, it works very well if you're going to do the e-commerce stores as well. You can go ahead and sign up on Gear Bubble here, purchase their integration setup, and it's very simple, kind of 1-2 click system to have the product added on your store. And anytime someone buys off of your Shopify store, it'll automatically be fulfilled here on Gear Bubble. So as you can see, we uploaded all of our grandma products and quickly uploaded them to the Shopify store as well. Now we can start advertising and do all that. We'll show you a little sample here. This is what our store looks like. I set up a little collection to show all of our other possible products we're going to be pushing. So as you can see them here, that will be much like what I just showed you on Gear Bubble with their store set up. But this, I kind of control the whole area, which I like. So now what we need to do is go ahead and start advertising our products. And one of the first things we want to do with that is start looking for some insights. We're going to dive into the insights, look for our targeting possibilities, and things like that. So let's dive into our ad account here. This is Facebook advertising. Under tools, we're going to go to audience insights. And we're going to just kind of massively dive into it. There's a few different areas we could target by, which would go by interest. We could go by demographics. There's certain behaviors that fit grandparents. So we're going to try and test all of those across the board here. Now to get started, I want to start making a giant list of interest that would be possibilities. So let's go ahead. We have our master list of grandma products, where here's all our 5 designs I chose, and then just the different variations of products. Then we have our physical products and our pendants. So we can go ahead and just add to this sheet. Let's go with grandma interests. Now our main categories is we have things like general, just general interest. We have publications, which would be like magazines. We have associations and groups. So that'd be things specific to grandparents. Let's think about, we have products and brands. So anything grandparents only would buy, products and brands. And then you have things like B-list celebrities. So in the grandma niche, that might be a little bit like a not very wide open category, but it's something we can start searching in our interest. Now we're going to combine the Google interest or insights section here with just a Google search. So I'm going to go ahead and type in grandma, see what pops up. We have a movie here. Not your typical grandma. Just give us some ideas. So we're kind of wide open there. Let's go with grandparents. Grandparents.com. These are all things to start looking into. Grandparents Day. AARP. You know, that's for insurance and things. So that's for the older individuals. So that's right up the line for grandparents. That's a, you know, kind of a broader category or broader interest, but something to look into. Grandparent magazine, just kind of go down the line, get something started. Grand magazine, American Grandparents Association, today's grandparent magazine. As you can see, we got a whole bunch of stuff popping up here. Deficit. You can even go into images for any magazine search and kind of get an idea of what's popping around. Yours looks like a grandparent. Grand is the popular one here for sure. All right, we'll go with associations. American Grandparent Associations. Premium membership. Grandparents Association. Rights Association USA. Catholic Grandparent Association. So like I said, we're just going to consistently doing this research, really dive in, make a giant list of everything we possibly can that's going to fit in with our possible niche. Now, this is a very broad niche, like I said, so we're going to have a lot of options for targeting. We're going to really have to dive in and find what's going to work, what's going to really take off in this niche. We're just trying to give ourselves a starting idea here. All right, so we can start this research. We got that research started, so we can take that back into the insights here, and we're going to start typing in grandparent here as well. Get an idea of some. There's our grandparents.com, which is one of our first suggestions that popped up. It's a product or service, so we're going to type that one in first. 200 to 250,000. We can see our main range is 45 to 65 plus, which is, you know, what we thought it would be. So we're going to change our age to that just to kind of dial in who we're talking to. 65. All of our products that we're selling are pretty much women related. Now, as you can see, when we dialed in 45 to 65, our percentages changed quite a bit, where 65 plus was quite a large percentage of those on Facebook when it was 18 to the whole range. Now that we dialed it in, it's actually a very small percentage of the grandparents that use Facebook that are using at least grandparents.com. So we'll keep that in mind with our ranges. We might want to change it to where it's only going to be to 64 and not worry about those 65 plus. All right, so once again, let's go down the line to start adding in all different type of suggestions. I love my grandparents. National Grandparents Day. Just make sure that's not changing. Just a little bit. All right, this is AARP. We'll hold that one off till later. Now, Grand Magazine was another big one. The Grand Magazine. Now you can also click into the Page Likes tab here, and it's going to give you a lot of other suggestions on pages and the categories that we can use as insights and things to target as well. Now I'm going to make sure the Grand Magazine is actually the same magazine. First it was published monthly. I think so. That should be us. Let's we can go ahead and take these other two out just to make sure that's right in line. Oh. Only 2,000 to 3,000 anyways, so that's not a huge demographic or a huge interest we can use or need to use. All right, so again, one more time. Don't worry about that one. All right, grandparents.com, your Grandparents Association. Don't worry about that. So with the interest search, what we can start to do now is type in some keywords and just kind of get some more ideas. We did the Google search. We were typing in, looking at the suggested pages, and we're going to continue to do that as we find more and more. So I'm going to go ahead and type in grandkids, see what pops up. We have a whole bunch kind of we see going, spending time with grandkids. That's about 1.5 million, 1 to 1.5 million. With grandparent in there, it's about 6 million. So it's a big jump. We can make sure to make a note of that on our list. So this looks like a good place, good interest list to start with. I'm going to copy that, put it over here. So we got grandparents. Right, so next off, what we want to do is go ahead and start actually advertising. This is a good interest list to start with, give us a decent idea. Now what we're going to do is start ads for each of these individual products to test out what's going to take off. All right, to create our advertisement, we're going to use a graphic program. I'm just going to take one of these sales pages here, just go straight to it, copy our image here, and we're creating a 1200 by 1200 pixel graphic, which I started with 500 by 500 on my store. So we're just going to make this a little bigger. Now we can save that as bracelet pink ad 1. Gonna make this a JPEG. Now it's as simple as adding this product to our fan page, which we just made a Grandma's Rock fan page. Or this has actually been around for, last year, 2 years ago, but it's just been on the biz account. So we're going to upload a photo here. Looking at bracelet pink ad 1. Alright, so go ahead and we'll add the link here. That's perfect. So we'll right here and publish. Now we have a post that we can start advertising to. Now we're going to do the same thing to each of the products on our store. And you can go ahead and use the fan page if you want, start putting in content, if you want to make it more active, more of a community. Right now I'm just going to post all the ads on there because we're testing so much. We don't want to put too much effort into anything. We're really, the only goal here is to find that first winner. So we're trying to find something that's going to sell directly through our Facebook advertising. Then we can start to apply those long-term assets once we have something rolling. So like I said, we're just going to go through each of the products, add them to the store like this. Make sure to always double check all of your links. And next off, we're going to set up the actual Facebook ad to start sending traffic here. All right, here we are in the Power Editor. We're going to go ahead and create all the ad assets and get those advertisings going for what we've posted on the fan page. Now what we want to do before we start our ad is we're going to go ahead and create a custom audience, which I can go to, here we go, audiences on the tabs here. And we're going to pretty much collect a custom audience for everyone who visits one of our Grandma product fan pages. So under create audience, we're going to go to website traffic. I'm going to go anyone who visits specific pages, and instead of the whole URL, I'm going to type in grandma, I'm going to type in grandmother, and that should get pretty much anything. So any URL that contains these two keywords will be added to the list of what is tracked as far as traffic. Now I'm going to track it for the last 180 days, including all past traffic. This is going to be the Grandma Master Niche List, or Niche Custom Audience. All right, just double checking that. Yes, create audience. Now this is just a custom audience, like I said, we can retarget to later. So now that that's done, what we can do is start actually creating the ad. So I'm going to go ahead and update here. All right, so now on the ad level here, I'm going to go ahead and click create ad, create new. Let's go ahead and say pink, or grandma pink bracelet. And we're going to go ahead and start with WC ads. US women 45 to 64. Dialed interest will be our first one. And we'll go mobile only. All right, pick one. Looks pretty good. Alright, so we're going to turn off any Instagram account. We don't want Instagram ads. We're going to turn off right column and audience network, and then also desktop. So we're only going with the mobile news feed, remember. Now back in the ad level, let's go ahead and associate with the right page, which would be Grandma's Rock. There we go. Now this allows you to choose existing posts. We'll choose our bracelet. Looking good. And then we're going to go track all conversions from the Facebook pixel. This is that new pixel tracking system, which you don't have to worry about when you're finding your first winner. All right, now as far as optimization goes, we want to make sure we're going to, with the new pixel, you can choose to optimize towards a purchase event or whatever it may be. We're going to go just with a complete purchase event on the entire store. So anytime there's been a purchase on MB3, that's what we'll optimize towards. I'm going to go with a $5 budget. And then we need to change our demographics to fit exactly what we want to target. So we're going 45 to 64 women, And then we have our list of quality interests here we can choose. Now we don't have to use all of these. We can actually kind of pick and choose a few more. Let's see how many we're at here. We're at 3.4 million reach with that, so it's a little high for us. Grandparents is way big, so we're going to take that one out. That's about 1 million, so that's a decent sized audience. If we get something to take off, we can start using that broad interest as well. But 1 million sounds about right. We can even maybe take out some of these more broad interests. Grandchild, grandchildren, grandmothering looks good. Calm honey, good. I love being a grandparent. These all are things that seem like grandparents would like. Playing with grandchildren. Maybe just one of these top ones. Grandchild, 950. Not bad. So we'll took it down to 870. All right, that will work to start. This is our dialed interest of about 870,000 people. We're gonna go with United States, 4564, females. Looks good. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and duplicate this because I want to test this out across a few different targeting. It is the first time we're jumping into this niche, so we have no idea what's gonna work as far as targeting. We have no idea what's gonna work as far as products. So we're really trying to test all different variables kind of here to start, just the main things, to see if something catches. If we find that catch, it might be the targeting that works, it might be the product, whatever it may be, we're looking for something to catch. Now keep in mind, product is everything really when it comes down to it, because you can have a really horrible targeting on your advertisement. If you have a great product, people will still buy that product. But if you have absolutely amazing targeting and a horrible product, people are still not going to buy that product no matter how much you advertise it. So that's something to keep in mind there. Now we're going to look at also the behavior of a grandparent. I think maybe there's a household demographic. I'm not sure exactly what it is yet, but let me dive into the targeting and see what we can change there. So we're still going 45 to 64 females. We can take out all our interest here, and then we can dive into what we have. We have demographics, education, ethnic affinity, financial, generation. Can grab some baby boomers. That would be a little bit on that edge. That's still a little too wide open. I believe it's home here. Household composition, grandparents. So here's another good one that we can test out. See how big that is? About 2.7 million when we're in our range there. So something worth testing out here. See how it goes. All right, so hard to tell anything more there. We'll go ahead and just start with those two. Give it $10 a day per product we launch. That's what our test ground will be. And then from there, we can see what happens over the next couple days here. So I'm going to go ahead and click Upload Changes. And we'll double check, make sure everything is set up correctly. And then from there, it's just a rinse and repeat process for all those other products we have on the store. Lastly, we're going to set up some retargeting ads for the audience that comes through these pages. All right, so last step we need to do, we can see we have all the different ads uploaded, 2 variations for all the products. Next thing is just going to set up some retargeting ads. I'm going to set up a carousel ad for our retargeted audience. So anyone who visits any of these product pages, it collects a group of people, and we can advertise that group over and over again to show them more options, like I mentioned earlier in this training. So with the carousel ad, it's going to show more than just one product. We can have like 5 products that people can scroll through. That helps quite a bit. So let's go ahead and we'll create a new ad. Whole new campaign. We'll say Grandma Carousels. We'll say Carousels. Yes, that's good. And we'll go retargeting. How about that? All WC ads. Version US. interest, or excuse me, this is the retargeting. So we're going to go grandma, master, custom audience, mobile only. And we can even separate it where our retargeting is mobile, desktop, and even our right hand sidebar. So carousel 1. Alright, once again, unselect our Instagram. We're actually going to go mobile and desktop on this. Purchase event again to optimize for. Like $5 budgets. Edit our audience. Grandma. It's tiny audience right now, no worries. We'll just select all. Save. Alright, now on the ad level, let's choose our grandma's rock page. And now we can create an ad with multiple images or videos in a carousel. So we'll click that. Text here will be up top. What's going to happen is I'll go ahead and I'll use a link that directs people to the collection of all the products, and then we'll list 5 of our products in the little ad rollout here. So let's go. That would be our collection link. Or if you're using Gear Bubble, you can use the store link like I mentioned. So this is what it would be sending them to. Go. Videos and images. We're going to go ahead and add those in. So for number 1 here, let's choose our 5 best-selling products that we think will do well. So I'm thinking, you know, this Great Moms Get Promoted to Grandma would do well. We'll choose one of those. Let's say the necklace. I like this bracelet. Feel like this would sell. Good, and then good. That's 5 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is what we'll start with our first carousel. We can always create a second carousel with 5 other products just to give them the whole, you know, plethora of what we're offering here. So let's go ahead and we'll get this one first. All Great Moms. Go. So that's what we're looking like there. Now we can go ahead and we can upload the image. We did create an ad earlier instead of using the automatic image. So this is Great Moms, and this is the necklace. Alright, now we can have see more URL. This will be the last, see right there, so it's looking like if they click all the way over, there's going to be the end here, see more, and we're going to once again use that collection link we've got. Alright, looks good. Looks good. Shop now. Tracking. Alright, so now we just need to add in the other 4 products and we'll be good to go. So that's number 1. Alright, looks like we have all of our products uploaded. You can see all 5 here. Looks good. Then they can see more. All right. So that's us. Now all we need to do is click the upload changes, and all of these ads plus our retargeting to start there will get cranking up. Now you can start doing retargeting ads for each individual product as well, and those things we're going to want to dive into, but that's as traffic is coming here. We're going to go ahead, get these all cranking, let them go for another few days, and then come back, see how the results were, see if anything took off, and see if this is a viable niche. If not, we can either work on improving the targeting, improving the products, or we can just go ahead and do the same process in another niche. And this is kind of a rinse and repeat thing that's going to happen until you get it working for you, get it taking off. All right, so here's a quick update on our grandma ads that we had started. Some starting interaction. We've only spent about $5-6 on each, and most of that was just overnight last night as I slept. So we still got another 3 or 4 days, 2-3 days. We really want to let this roll through and see how the interaction goes. But as you can see, we got some starting numbers going. A lot of people come to me and they show me the results they've got within $2-3, and they want to shut it down, and that's just not enough data really to know when to move forward, especially if you're just starting in a niche. If you don't know any of the demographics or any of the interests that are going to work or anything like that, you really want to let some money go in and invest in that data. It's much like building a list for your email list or your social media campaign. This is all investing in for data. So we're seeing a lot of these, some are getting a little bit more interaction than others. I thought this was going to take off a little bit more than it was, but then some of these are going a lot better, where this quote is going a little bit better. We're getting some add to carts, different things like that. So this is just about 12 hours in, maybe a little bit longer, 18 hours in. And we will check back here another 2 or 3 days in, see how things are going, and can rock from there. So, hey, what's going on, guys? Just want to come back, check in on our stats here, see how things have gone. Remember, we did kind of a casting a wide net in the grandma niche, kind of looking out there. Had no idea about correct interest or how to target. There's lots of different options, so we just kind of threw everything against the wall, and we're going to roll with something that works. If it works, if it doesn't, then we're going to have to just kind of scrap it and either decide to change up our targeting, change up our products, or change up our niche. And that's pretty much how the system of casting a wide net goes. You can do this exact same thing I've done to grandmas with like 3 or 4 niches at a time, with designs that work across the board. So if one of these designs fits in other areas, other niches, we can just take that same design, change the wording, change the image or whatever it may be for a quick new product. Now, we did have some winners here. We had a lot of losers as well. We launched, 13 products. And as you can see, we have a few checkout pixels firing. A lot of these, happen in the first $10. We saw a lot of these. Actually, I was going to do a video in the first $10 on a lot of these ad sets. We could have shut them off and saved ourselves, $200 here. But I wanted to go ahead and let them each run out about $20 each ad set, so you guys can see, let it run through, just kind of get the numbers coming in. If I did it again, though, I'd turn off a few of these a little bit sooner. Now we can go ahead and check out our page here, see the interaction. Now what we want to look at, obviously, number one thing is purchases. How many products were sold from the advertisement that we launched, and that's really our direct ROI. Now, with so little money being spent, if you're really trying to dive into a niche, you're looking at that right angle that's going to work. There's some other things that we can look at just to kind of see what's going on. First off, you want to see the interaction on the post. We had a lot of these that didn't get much conversion action, but it got huge viral potential. A lot of likes, a lot of shares. This one was okay, 73 shares, a lot of comments you want to interact with, so we can go back and interact with those. That phrase did pretty well. No sales on that one. This one only had 29 shares, 81 likes, so this didn't do as well. This is one we're going to be able to shut down for sure. Just kind of see what's going on there. This is the same phrase for the mug. Did pretty well, okay on the shirt. A little bit expensive at $45 a hoodie, so that was kind of a comment there we saw. So in round 2, we could go ahead and adjust pricing, improve design, all that type of stuff, which I'll talk about here in a second. Great Moms Get Promoted to Grandma necklace. It's got a lot of interaction. No sales, though, but it has a lot of viral potential there. So we're seeing that, maybe they really like the phrase. They just don't like that design on that necklace. Or maybe the pricing's off or something like that. But we have a good targeting. We have a good message here that grandmas are really liking. So we got to think about that. This pillow, we sold one of these. Got good interaction here. Love this, 20 comments. So we'll think about that. Maybe an upgraded design for that one. Now this is what I thought this design was going to really take off, do well, and it had, you know, the worst interaction of all of them as far as conversions and likes like that. Still had people saying they'd love it, they'd like it, whatever. So maybe an upgraded design here. Remember, I created all these designs myself, so we can go ahead and take these that didn't really sell but were good and give them to a designer to really upgrade. Here's this phrase again on a hoodie. Good shares, good likes. So great moms get promoted to grandma is something I definitely want to take to the next level, which I'll be sharing with you here at the end. Love you to the moon and back. Didn't really get great interaction. Some comments. This one didn't get much at all, so that one can be shut off. This is another one with that phrase. Got huge interaction. This sold 3, so that was a good one there. This had nothing, but people liked the Nana and different words. So a lot of these I'm just putting grandma. So what we'll do is we can go ahead and test and create separate products that say maybe great moms get promoted to Nana. And anyone who visits the Nana product pages, we can create a custom audience that's separate. So every type of phrase that goes for grandma, you know, Nana, Mima, grandmother, whatever they want to be called, we can have these custom audiences to show them only those products in the future that fit that noun that goes with them. Necklace here, TGIF, didn't work at all, so we're going to be shutting that one off. And then our bracelet here, this had 3 sales, taken off very well. You know, not as many likes and shares as that get promoted one, so we got to keep that in mind, but this is one selling, doing the best as far as direct ROI. So now we can take this information. This is step 1. We're going to dive into the ads part of it. All right, so here are the ads we run. We can see some purchase pixels being fired off here. 2 for the bracelet, 1 for the pillow we saw, and we had 1 purchase pixel fire here, but that had 3 sales. Now, something you'll notice is that, you know, conversion value, this one, for example, great moms get promoted to grandma mug, it had a ton of interaction on the actual ad, but the conversions, people who had actually viewed the content and things like that, did not really fire off. It wasn't happening. So this stat of $1.24 per conversion is a little bit off as how well that did. Now, what we can do is we really want to dive into this. Is we're going to go into customized columns. And one just thing that I like to sometimes add is actions. I want to know how much people are paying cost per all actions. So this is kind of like a baseline. If it's a deciding factor, what do? I can look at how many actions are going off, and these are likes, shares, comments, pretty much anything that can happen on an ad. This is what we can see into. So we're getting for the grandma bracelet, which is doing very well, is getting 4 cents an action, and then the TGIF necklace, which wasn't doing so well, is getting 26 cents per action. So it doesn't always relay the per conversion value, doesn't always relay what's going on per action. So if I'm on the fence with something, this is another stat I like to look at. So let's go ahead and look at all the ones we can shut down. We can go to the love to the moon and back, the TGIF necklace, as well as the TGIF mug. That's a design that we can look at maybe getting improved. It didn't get great interaction, so I wouldn't put it on priority list, maybe a back burner, later in the week after we get some more assets growing up. The only thing, grandma pillow, that's sold. A lot of interaction on that phrase, maybe an upgraded design there as well. We got the grandma and Nana pendant. That's, again, we can think about the Nana situation. Love between a grandma and granddaughter. That one didn't take off. Here is, again, the great mom's grandma get promoted to grandma shirt. A lot of interaction. One of our best cost per actions. And here's the mug on that, too, was the best cost per action, 2 cents. So really thinking we're going to upgrade our design on that one. So I'm going to hit up my graphic designer and say, hey, see what you can do with this. Silver heart's done. Pretty much anything that doesn't have a purchase on this round, I'm going to go ahead and shut off, and I will upgrade those that really took off for us. So only thing grandma shirt, don't worry about that one. One mug. Great moms. That's another necklace that we can upgrade there. We're going to shut that one off, TGI mug. And then we have our retargeting ad that we set up, remember, and this has gotten 1 conversion pixel. So something to keep in mind there. So we can see we're keeping a few up. Really the only ones that we need and really want to keep up will be the grandma pink bracelet necklace and the Great Moms Get Promoted to Grandma mug. And these are the ones that we can start scaling and breaking down the age groups and interests all the way, especially the bracelet one here. Really expand and find what's going to work for us. Now for these other ones, only thing greater than a grandma pillow and the Great Mom's grandma shirt and necklace, we're going to go ahead and get those designs redone. I'm going to upgrade that design a little bit. I'm going to keep the mug as is since it's sold, but the shirt and the necklace we're going to have upgraded. So the only thing mug, we can shut that one off. So yeah, there we go. We have the retargeting ad. We have the Great Moms Become Grandma mug. Only thing grandma pillow. Perfect. So there we go. That was us. Spent about $400, $500 to kind of test this out, get some data. Now we have a custom audience to start with. We're starting to get a buyer's list that's going to be created. We see the direction of what this niche likes, and this is really it. We found our niche. We found our first winner with that grandma pink bracelet, and now it's time to expand on, get some more products out there. Now, with all these I shut off, every one of those, really, we could have dove in at $10 each ad set and seen the TGIF necklace was not working out. Could have shut that off, been at like $200, $250 ad spend to really find out this data. So just keep an eye out, look what's going on there. We can start to look at the specifics here of our ads. Both of our ad sets have converted on this one. It looks like the dialed interest is doing a little bit better, which is kind of obvious because this demographics grandparents is a very large, broad audience that we'd want to dial into a little bit more. We can start on our next ads, maybe crossing up interest levels, so we can do two different types of interest groups and make them, only people who are a part of both, which will dial in our audience a little bit more. Lots of things you can do here, but we found that this grandma pink bracelet here is a winner to get started with, and that's pretty much how you roll with it, guys. Hopefully you understand all the little pieces that you need to get it cranking, and if you have any questions or need some help, feel free to hit me up. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a good one, guys. My name is Travis Patel. Take it easy.